What's going on, and welcome back to the Sports Exchange. My name is Tyler, and you all know my co-host Timmy. Before we get into it, today's action, don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel. Your support means everything to us, and we want to put out the best quality content out there for you guys to enjoy, and we're having fun with it. So now with all that out of the way, today we are talking to the NFL Week 7, a lot of close games, and division rivals battling for the top spot. So let's get into it, starting right now. Before we get into the Lions and Vikings game, let's talk about what Saquon Barkley did to his former team.
Yeah. This is why you don't trade a star player to a division rival
Yes.
for this exact reason. So, yeah, Saquon Barkley was drafted second overall in 2018 to the New York Giants. He started out really good. He got injured one of the years,
He was injured.
but still was very productive. And then it came to his contract time. Giants didn't want to pay him what he wanted, what he felt he was worth. So they was, see ya, we're going to send you to Philly.
Yeah.
And what'd he do?
He's beasting out down there. He's doing Saquon Barkley things.
Yeah. He showed exactly what his worth was.
It's kind of weird, though, honestly. That's kind of been a trend this season. New York sends Saquon to Philly.
Mm-hmm.
Chicago sends Montgomery to the Lions. Packers send Jones to the Vikings. Or they may not send, but let him leave, let him walk.
Right.
So it's kind of like, and kind of getting beat up over it, honestly.
A little bit.
So it's kind of weird because Montgomery's balling off for the Lions. Jones is doing decent for the Vikings.
Yeah.
He's not Daquan Cook by any chance, but he's still doing well.
Yeah. No, what impressed me though is he had 176 yards just on 17 carries.
Yes, that's over 10 yards a carry.
Yeah.
It's like 10.12. Bad. Sorry.
But all right, so the Eagles seem to be getting back into their regular offensive groove. Is it enough to keep up with Washington Commanders though in that division?
If they keep firing on all cylinders like they just did, I caught that. If he keeps running the way he is, and they can kind of follow more into how Eagles are supposed to be playing, I think they could be there. But Washington is balling. It's a big surprise.
I didn't have Washington
at all.
This close to where they're at all.
So, I was pegging Washington like the Panthers this year. They were going to be very good, and it's honestly,
especially their off-season moves.
It's a pleasant surprise, though. Honestly, it's nice. It's nice to see a team come out of the dark. It's almost like when the Lions just snapped right to it.
Right.
So I think going forward, it's going to be tough if the Eagles can come back, but they have the potential to do it. So
yeah, and especially after seeing Jaden Daniels go down with an injury and see Marcus Mariota come in, they still put up 40 points. It was Carolina, but they still put up 40 points on them.
I always liked Mariota myself.
Yeah, I loved him when he was in Tennessee.
Yep.
He didn't really see much action in Atlanta, but
he was going by Ryan, was he? Matt Ryan?
Yeah.
But hopefully Jaden McDaniels comes back.
Yeah, it's just a little minor rib injury.
Yeah, it's where Fleck Jackie got it.
Yeah. All right. So now let's get into the big NFC North division rival game between the Vikings and the Lions. The Lions got off to a little bit of a rough start, going with that for that fake punt, and then 2 plays later, Aaron Jones runs in for a 30-plus yard touchdown. Then you drive back down
Yep.
after forcing the Lions to go 3 and out. Score a field goal.
Yep.
You're up 10-0. Second quarter comes around.
Lions. All Lions. Vikings decided they weren't going to show up second quarter, and it was bad.
Yeah, we saw Ben Johnson go to work on Brian Flores' blitzing schemes. He
Yep.
tried to overload the box with blitz runs, and then he would drop some back
Yep.
out of it. And Ben Johnson had a play for even if they brought all 8 or
Mhm.
7, and then a play if they dropped some back. He had a quick draw
Yeah. Oh yeah.
to St. Brown.
Yep.
He even had his running back, his dual running backs bail him out more times than not.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Just because he knows where they're going to be at. He's like, all right, I know Laporta, St. Brown, Jameson, they're all covered. Boom. Jameer Gibbs.
Yep.
Boom. David Montgomery. And they can get 10 to 15 yards because they don't go down easy.
No, Montgomery didn't he leave hurt?
He got banged up on the knee, but he came
Okay,
back.
okay, he came back.
He came
Okay, I lost coverage right there. I'm super so I'm a Vikings Lions fan. You guys know that. It's Lions above all until they play the Vikings. I was super disappointed because we didn't change anything offensively. We didn't change anything. The Lions came out. Campbell owned his mistake. Adjusted for at the half. Everyone adjusted. Like you said, he had a scheme. He had a play for what ifs. You know, he had everything. And congratulations to Goff for not holding on to the ball, just making quick, good passes, and it burned him. We got burned. We did make a comeback.
Yep.
And made it a game.
And we helped you. We helped you with that comeback with that
Yes.
Demo fumble.
Which, man, it was I wish I could have ended up watching the rest of the game. I had 2 separate trials and they ran out of time before the game.
No.
So I missed the entire fourth quarter.
No.
Super sad.
I would just stay at work.
I
When I
should've.
get right.
I should have almost.
I'm picking up a few extra hours
I
today.
almost told my wife, I was like, look, I'm going back in. He's watching the game right now. There's AC. We're good. But no, it was. I did watch the live score like a hawk, and yeah, and then I watched the highlights again, and we had you guys. We had
you too.
and that just shows how good both teams are.
Yeah.
You know, what frustrates me the most is we're under the center all the time.
Mhm.
The most in the league, I believe. And
Yeah, you're up there.
we need to change it up just a little bit. Because what you guys figured out our defensive scheme.
Yeah.
And then you guys figured out our offensive stuff. And we need to switch it up. You know, don't be that Dan Gamble. Do the fake punt stuff. That stuff's exciting. And it catches people off guard. We might have been ready for that time, but
Yeah, did you watch Yellowstone?
yes, I do.
So you know that scene where they're Casey just got the livestock commissioner,
Yep.
and then he goes out and that guy, and he goes out there and wrangles up all the horses.
Yep.
And he's like, John Dutton goes out, so how you want to do this? No, just fuck it.
Yeah.
That's Dan Campbell.
Yeah, it really is.
Like-
And that's why people
It's-
hate him and love him. I love him for that. I think.
Yeah.
And
he's a player's coach.
yes.
He's got the emotion that he would have if he was a player on the field.
Mhm.
He knew if he was a player, he was this close, he would not want the coach to pull him off, so he doesn't.
No,
That's
he's
why
not.
he's the coach that goes for it the most in the NFL.
And,
And most of the time he succeeds.
yeah.
I wouldn't have gone for the 4th and 7 on a fake punt. Maybe a 4th and 3, 4th and 2,
I mean,
a fake punt.
who they
Even
had,
if it's that far back, I'm not running it. I'm going to
No.
set up a pass.
you could have even done like a mini, like a flea flicker, something.
Something. I'm
Right.
not running. I'm not counting on my. What do you call that? The guy in between the center and the punter.
It's usually a fullback.
Yeah, I know. What's that position called? It's like a.
Spider. I don't know.
Yeah, I can't remember, but I'm not giving it.
Yeah.
I'm not giving the ball that guy.
Unless he's
Unless
like
you put
a
J-Mo
secret,
there.
a secret David Montgomery that can just carry all the Vikings for 7 yards. But
Yeah, but what this game proved again, is that this is not your dad's Detroit Lions. This is not the SOL, the same old Lions. No, Jared Goff stayed poised. He stayed focused with little to no urgency with driving the ball with like 2 minutes. There was no urgency. Like, even the commentators are like, why are they not rushing to the ball? Why are they not doing this? And then after they got past the 50, we're like, oh, they feel that comfortable with that offense.
Yeah.
Where they don't have to press it. Because when you press it, that's when you make mistakes.
Yep.
Jared Goff, yeah. And then Jake Bates. Give it to Jake Bates. I love this press conference. It was like 18 months ago. Like I thought I was done with football. He was a brick salesman in Houston, and then he's over here kicking 45-yard game-winning field goals for the Detroit Lions.
You got the game ball.
You got the game ball. A lot of game balls.
Yeah.
Jahmyr Gibbs got one.
Yep.
St. Brown got one. Jake Bates.
They balled out. I mean, I'm mad that the Vikings lost, but I'm happy that the Lions won.
Right.
So,
like I said,
I'm bipolar with the game, I guess. You know?
You couldn't have had a bad week.
No, I couldn't. I mean, either were we won. So
I could have. I didn't feel like it.
Yeah, and I found out at the job site there's not any Vikings fans there.
Yeah. All right. So this game could not have been any closer, score-wise and stat-wise. So let's take a look at the stat sheets. I'm going to put them up. And here we go. We got the first downs. Lions 19, Vikings 16. Third down, both had 4 and 10. Rushing yards 144 to 139 in favor of the Lions. Passing yards 247 to 244 in favor of the Lions. Total yards 391, 383 in favor of the Lions. And both teams had 4 sacks.
That's crazy.
That's how good these two teams are right now. And I would not be surprised if we see both these teams when they meet up in January 5th, if it's for the first round bye.
Yeah.
And home field advantage.
It's gonna. I just hope they.
You're getting excited about it.
I hope they keep firing on all cylinders. The Lions did show what the Vikings need to fix, and vice versa. Honestly, the Lions still have issues closing out.
Yeah. The thing that we had also that I saw is our linebackers, other than Jack Campbell, we can't keep up with receivers crossing the middle. That when we have receivers coming across in the middle of the linebacking area, as long if Brian Branch can come up and close. By the way, Brian Branch.
Yeah.
With that laid out interception, I text you and I was like, put him at receiver.
Receiver, you know, like
that was just just the way he just laid out. And he's willing to put his body on the line.
You can't see it, but I got goosebumps on my legs. The game was just that good. It was that good.
So, a little bit of fun fact for you. I saw on Twitter that since Brian Flores joined the Vikings, his defense has only allowed an offense to score 30-plus points only 4 times. In 23 games, the Lions own 3 of those 4 games.
That's a fun fact.
I thought it was.
It's great. I mean, it's good, though, and bad. So you shut out everyone else out but your conference team.
Yeah. All right, so keeping in with those 2 teams, is Jared Goff a top candidate for MVP this year? That's 3 straight games, almost going damn near perfect.
Yeah, I mean...
Who else would you compare it to right now? Yeah, he doesn't run like Lamar Jackson. Yeah, he doesn't have star power quality like Patrick Mahomes.
I'm trying to think who's above. I'm trying to think who's above him and who's below him. I mean, is he the straight top? Probably not, but is he there? Yeah, I mean,
as a top kid, so like top 3, top 5.
Yes, of course. Yeah,
okay.
He's there. He's proven that he's a franchise. Like he's still got plenty in the tank. So a lot of people were saying, "Oh, I'll get rid of Goff." Goff is part of the reason why you guys are winning.
Yeah.
So I don't see where that comes in. You know, we just got lucky and found a quarterback. We're speaking of Goff. There was a TikTok. You know, the AI can do the voiceover.
Yeah.
They were just like, Sam go, no, he's piece of shit. Get out of here. The bank, no team wanted you.
Take a
fell
seat.
into the Vikings. You third stringer. Just complete AI, but it was straight trash. And I'm like, I'm like, he did not really say these things, did he? You know, like, I will fight the golf.
I will fight you.
And it was like, and then it was LOL, completely AI generated. I'm like, wow, that's awesome.
Yeah. So the Lions' pass rush seemed most like they weren't ineffective, but we didn't see the pressure that we're used to seeing with Aiden Hutchinson on the line. Sam Darnold had a lot of time to find his targets. Does this show that Detroit needs to find someone in the trade market? Because I know we would love the dream of having Max Crosby, who played Eastern Michigan, come back to the Mitten State and be with the Lions.
I don't know, because I feel like for them to get someone of good caliber, they'd have, knowing how good the Lions are, someone's going to make them pay top dollar.
Right.
And they would
that's
have to
what
give
I said
up.
last
Yeah, it's
I was like, I'd like for them to bring someone in, but don't sell the house away.
no. If they were to get someone, you know, Max Crosby or whatever, let the team will and deal, they would have to give up a lot of draft capital, and this would be where mostly I feel like helps and hurts them.
Yeah, it'd be 2 first rounds, maybe a second, third.
Because if they're to give up someone like Gibbs is leaving, someone of that caliber is leaving.
We ain't never getting rid of it.
I'm just saying, to get someone like Max Crosby, you're going to have to give up something of that
I would say
level.
just draft picks. We're not giving any players.
But you think they're going to give up?
The Raiders are rebuilding. All they want is draft picks.
Well, we got.
That's why Max Crosby doesn't want to be there. He said, "I'm here to win. I'm not here to rebuild."
Well, Raiders. I heard Minnesota's got more draft picks than the Lions coming up. I'm just saying.
You shut your mouth.
Just saying. No, I would like. I mean, honestly, I'd like to see him. Be on the opposite side.
It would be kind of tough because the Lions, after signing all their star player roles like Penei Sewell, Jared Goff, Amon-Ra St. Brown, more recently Aleem McNeil, it's going to be kind of hard fitting in a Max Crosby into that payroll, unless he takes a pay cut and be like, I just want to win.
I think because the Lions are under new ownership, correct?
The Lions?
Yes. Are they under new ownership?
Martha Ford, but
I thought maybe it was a different team. Well, like I feel like they would spend the money though, like, to make that happen.
I mean,
if it was, they would go into their tax or whatever.
The reason I don't want them to do that is because the way that they're building this team right now is through the draft, and Brad Holmes knows how to draft people, and I don't want to go a 2-3 year gap where we can't bring in Brad Holmes quality players.
Yeah.
That's why I don't want them to do it. Yeah, Max Crosby's a great player. He would help tremendously in the pass rush and run defense. But I'd rather not do like the LA Rams where you just get it, you get your Super Bowl and then you're not competitive
ever again. Like, we paid the money.
It's like,
got lucky with one.
I do want one Super Bowl, but
4th round receivers.
I would love it to come like homegrown.
Yeah. Like it's a line.
Not
I do think
not the Yankees.
Going forward, hopefully, Hutchinson is available next year. Leg injuries are crazy. The bone, from what I read and looked at, it completely snapped. It was a clean break though, from what I understand. So that's what you want with a broken leg, I guess.
Yeah.
So
if it's gonna break,
maybe they look in the draft instead of going for someone like Crosby.
Yeah.
Because I don't think, even if the Lions don't win it this year or don't even compete higher up this year, I think they're still young enough and good enough that they're going to be relevant for the next couple years.
Right.
So I think they're building that pedigree to where, like the Chiefs are. Like the Lions are now, to me, because the Chiefs were nobody. Then they got Mahomes and
Alex Smith kind of did all right for him.
I didn't say
he got him
there,
there,
but like they weren't like
made him take the next step.
No, with Andy Reid going there and Mahomes and Kelsey, all that. They're like the team. The Ravens are like the team. The Lions I think are up there now.
Yeah.
So I think they're going forward if they can build through the draft. That's how I would do. I wouldn't go out and get a Crosby or get someone like that, I would go in there, go high ball for a badass first rounder.
Oh yeah.
So on the defensive side, because offensively I think they're good. I think they.
I would like some backups on the offensive line just
people,
because they're getting up there
Yeah.
or injury happens.
Well, of course, you always got to refill your ranks, but
Yeah.
I think defense is where they needed this year.
Yeah.
So
And a lot of people were really concerned about wide receiver. I think Tim Patrick,
yeah.
what he's doing right now is just what we need. When St. Brown and Laporta are covered, Tim Patrick's coming around that seam, not getting the attention that he should get, and you saw him making some big plays the last couple weeks. All right, so getting out of the Lions and Vikings to go along with the NFC North, though, we're going with the Packers, who beat the Houston Texans along another close game after Brandon McManus hit a 45-yard field goal with 3 seconds remaining, keeping the Packers in striking distance in the NFC North. So how much more intense are these NFC North division games going to be going forward compared to a non-divisional game?
Oh,
Because I heard on the Colin Coward show, someone say there's preseason speed, there's regular season speed, there's divisional game speed, there's playoff speed, and there's Super Bowl speed. And what he saw from the Lions and Vikings game, he saw playoff speed.
I mean,
And this division is the toughest and best in the NFL right now.
Oh, it is
By far.
By far, like even the Bears are showing that they can do it too.
Yeah.
I mean, they had a rougher start, but there's kind of like Caleb Williams kind of stepped into his own now, and
Yeah.
people are building trust. He's building a rapport.
Yeah, like I said last week, they have blocking schemes
was
for
amazing.
Caleb Williams' play now.
It was amazing. We might just have to shuffle our feet and do the crab walk, but we got you protected. No, it's exciting to be in the NFC North for both our teams. So, it's tough, man. It is playoff speed. They are ready. They are January 5th. It's gonna
January 5th.
You called it. I think it's gonna be
Yeah.
playing for the bye. Home field advantage.
Yeah, so I've had a question for you, and I want to go back to the Lions a little bit. With knowing that the Lions were going to be playing the Vikings last week, did Ben Johnson throw a lot of those different plays when playing Dallas to throw Brian Flores into overthinking what the Lions possibly could do? Because when it came down to game time, Ben Johnson played simple, straight up running the ball and roll into the play action plays. So do you think that got Brian Flores overthinking? It was like, oh my God, like I had to come up with so many schemes with all these plays that the Lions could put out there. So do you think that was Ben Johnson just playing mind games?
Yeah,
Last week?
I think. Because the Vikings had a bye, and I think exactly what you just said. I'm having a brain fart now. I read the next line down, and it was like, ooh. It's another sensitive subject. No, you definitely playing mind games, making people overthink, and it.
Because that's what Super Bowl teams do.
Yes.
They find their ways to exploit next week's opponent
Yep.
by not even doing it.
And, thanks, Cowboys, for fucking for being the catalyst to that test,
Jerry.
But no, I think they played my games, and it worked out in their favor, honestly.
Okay. All right, go ahead.
Oh, yeah. The Jets are still not good, even after acquiring star wide receiver Devontae Adams. Devontae Adams had a weird week. Last week he lost against the Steelers with one team. This week he lost against the Steelers with one team.
He just can't get over it.
I don't think, honestly, Jets, it's time to move on. I mean, I was high on the Jets, but how do you lose again with adding a top 8 receiver? Still, maybe top 10, maybe.
Talent-wise, but not number-wise, because he couldn't do anything
in
Las Vegas
It's
the last 2 years.
almost like he kind of just, I got paid and
He's just
whatever.
faded off into the distance a little bit,
So
out of the spotlight.
I feel bad for Um, Aaron Rodgers. Honestly, like it's.
Nope.
I liked Aaron Rodgers when he was with Green Bay.
Nope.
When they're on, they look good, but they haven't.
It's very
been on.
often they
It's-
don't look.
So I don't. Yeah, I still don't think the Jets are good enough to be anything. And I had Jets.
I know. I was
going
gonna
to
say, yeah, you changing yours?
You got some white out.
Yeah. So, but I know it's
Can
early.
we put the Bengals?
So I know it's early with Devontae Adams getting there. You can't learn the playbook in
No.
3 days. But the chemistry that you have with Rodgers should account for some of that. Like, hey,
Yeah.
like I call him this play, Devontae, go over here and do this. If you see that safety approach, go on the outside. If you see him crack in, like,
Yeah.
there's got to be that already.
With him being there for just one game, you might be looking too much into it. They could still link up because you got Lazard taking up a lot of that, and now Adams. So they're gonna like, if not those two, you're gonna have other options open. I think that he might, once they link up chemistry wise, you could see an improvement in the Jets.
Yeah. And once you get Garrett Wilson back and healthy.
But it just honestly it's a toss up if they're going to be any. Right now they're not relevant, and I'm sad that I took them in the playoffs.
Yeah, that Rodgers with his 2 interceptions to his 1 touchdown, which it's got to be frustrating for him and Jets fans. That puts him season total 10 touchdowns, 7 interceptions. Those are not MVP levels.
Nope.
When he went back-to-back MVPs, his numbers were nowhere near this. I
Nope.
believe he was like 17-2
Yeah.
during those years.
But you also have to look at it like this: he's getting new receivers, he's getting new coach.
I don't care. So that doesn't faze me at all because of what Aaron Rodgers does in the offseason.
Yeah.
If you
we
want
talked
chemistry and you
about
want
the-
everything like that,
show
up in the
to camp,
offseason,
yes.
training camp.
Like you're 40, you're a millionaire. You have fun afterwards.
Yeah.
You know.
And if you want to have fun, just retire.
Yeah.
And get out of the
If you want
game.
to play, if you want to compete and play, like I remember reading Tom Brady would fly his young receivers out, any receivers out.
I talked about
to
this
work.
last week.
So yeah, he was maybe on vacation, but he's like, you know what? Why don't you y'all come to vacation? We're gonna throw balls. I'm gonna rent out that stadium. We're gonna throw balls. We're gonna go about what ifs. I'm gonna talk about audibles. I'm gonna talk about this. You know, I'm gonna ask you about your kids because now we know you're left-handed. You're gonna cut right. You know, these are the things you need to know on a team.
Yeah.
So
But that's exactly what I got to last week. Because I said, Tom Brady, one of the greatest quarterbacks to ever play the game, maybe the best, he had no name wide receivers because Bill Belichick didn't know how to draft receivers. So he would bring in Wes Welker. Who knew Wes Welker?
no one.
Danny Amendola.
Julius Edelman.
Julian Edelman.
Randy Moss called him Edelnuts.
Yeah. He turned those no-name receivers that would have been maybe a schemed slot receiver on other teams and turned them into Hall of Famers.
Yes.
Hall of Famer caliber players. Caliber players.
With Q.
But no, that's what the difference is between Aaron Rodgers, Tom Brady.
Yes.
But I was comparing it to Trevor Lawrence last week with Trevor Lawrence could put the ball where it needed to be, but the lack of effort and it just wasn't there. I was like, you need to take your receivers, go to work,
Yeah.
get that timing, get that chemistry, and
You have to
that's
work
why I
it.
was comparing with Tom Brady.
You have to work. I mean, that's what the off season's for, is to fine tune your engine. You know, it's.
Okay.
But
So-
yeah, honestly, it falls. I do think it was right to fire Robert Sala, Bob, whatever.
Okay, so even after firing Robert Saleh, they still go 0-2 after the firing. Where's the problem?
Well,
What's the problem?
it's probably been from the get go. Okay.
It wasn't Robert.
It wasn't not Robert either, but mainly the main person it falls on is Aaron Rodgers. Or maybe Jets shouldn't even brought him. Shouldn't even picked him up. So
Well, I ain't getting nowhere with Zach Wilson.
Maybe a solid benching would open up the old man's
You're gonna
eyes.
bench Aaron Rodgers?
I mean, if he keeps fucking up,
I don't think he's really messing up.
if Jared Goff was messing up, I'd bench him too. I'd bench Peyton Manning if he was being naughty.
Naughty
boy. That's
You
what
and your big ass forehead get on the
That's
bench.
what they need to call back. Give Tebow a shot. He'll do better.
All right, hold on. All right, let's say we're throwing it to Colin Kaepernick
I would sign Colin Kaepernick.
as a
Starter.
Okay.
I mean,
For what team? The Jets?
Panthers, Jets,
Well,
Saints,
Panthers.
not Texans, Titans, Giants.
Yeah. Giants need to get rid of Danny Jones.
He's not
It's
getting.
time.
He's not getting any younger.
It's time.
He is still. There's still videos of him doing NFL style workouts with coverages.
Mhm.
He's still fast. The good thing is he hasn't gotten the shit kicked out of him the last
Yeah.
4 or 5 years.
Yeah, he's fresh.
He stands on business because he stands on what he believes in. However controversial it is, if you stand or kneel, it doesn't give a fuck. We're at this where it doesn't matter. People are gonna believe the left. People are gonna believe the right. Let's come together.
I'm all for that.
There's no reason why he should be banned or shadowed or whatever you call it. He was a great quarterback. Niners, correct?
Yes.
Yeah, he was.
Super Bowl.
Honestly, even get rid of Brock Purdy. I mean,
I don't think he'll ever go back to the
no.
Niners.
Still, I'm just saying, like, these are the quarterbacks
Niners
that
get
he's
him
better.
better.
He's still. Shoot, you want it?
He'd be younger than Aaron Rodgers.
If it doesn't work out in Minnesota, you want to come take a couple snaps?
He'll go to Minnesota. He can't play in the cold. From the Bay Area.
Wait, we have to stay here.
Why was it open yesterday?
It was nice out.
Did they? Oh wait, no, it wasn't that game. What game was it where like the sun was like affecting?
Yeah, I don't understand.
The players.
There's like they opened like it was like a cross section.
I know.
I'm like, well, you don't like to see. I think Cap was never like a huge Kaepernick fan, but not once.
I was a fan after the whole kneeling for the anthem and all the shit he got for it.
And
I was just like, no, like, whatever.
And I'm hardcore patriot. Like stand for your flag for the brothers that lost. Well, he did not waver. He stood on business from day one.
Yeah.
I'm kneeling for this. This is what I stand for. Boom. I can respect that. I can.
Which I don't understand. So people have that that "Don't Tread on Me" flag,
Yeah.
right? I've had one. I don't know if you've had one.
Well, I've got the "We the People" on the back of the truck.
Okay, that's a different kind of stand.
Yeah.
Why don't people get flagged for doing that?
I don't know. People went against Tebow for being a super Christian.
Yeah, and people flying Confederate flags.
Yeah.
And you have someone you're gonna X him for kneeling, and then get rid of the one thing that he loves to do, and that is to play football.
Yeah, like I think I would love to see him make a comeback. I'd love to see him succeed.
Yeah.
Throwing some people's faces. Like back-to-back or Super Bowls or something, or MVPs or something cool like
Yeah,
that.
have him just run the table. Comeback Player of the Year.
Yeah.
And Super Bowl MVP. NFL MVP. Offensive Player of the Year.
Panthers sign him. He turns around the franchise.
I don't think even he could do
No,
that.
that's like trying to get Jesus to come.
It's like Tom Brady looking back like, I wouldn't do
No,
that.
I couldn't do that. I couldn't do it. But no, look at Buccaneers quarterback
Baker?
Baker. People hated him, and he was a douchebag. They still gave him a chance because he kept trying.
They made him look to be like that.
I would like to see Manziel. Manziel's grown up. I think he could still come back.
Johnny
and do
did a
something.
little different than what Colin did.
I know. I'm just
That's
saying.
a little different.
Like, you can't always judge someone for life on their younger self. I like what he did because he stood on business from day one. He didn't waver not once.
Go with my Kaepernick?
Yes.
Okay.
Baker, Manziel, they both matured. They both, it would just be nice to see him get a chance with a solid team. Look, go to the Raiders. You could rebuild with that. He's got enough years.
Yeah, I mean, Aiden O'Connell is obviously not the person to do it.
No.
So, yeah. All right.
Yes.
Rapid fire. We've had some comments about our other episodes saying that we're not covering enough of the action. So here we go. Started with the Chiefs, who stay undefeated after winning the rematch of last year's big game. How dangerous are the Niners this year? We know the injury to McCaffrey, waiting his return, and now they lose Brandon Ayuk to a possible ACL tear. So we're just going to call it an ACL injury right now.
Yeah, it's
So how dangerous are the 49ers?
it's tough to say they're even they're. It's tough to say they're there because they lost two big keys, recent, and we don't know how healthy McCaffrey's going to be going forward. Honestly, I almost like say let's take the year off. I mean, he's not getting younger, but if he keeps getting hurt, he's going to break down like Adrian Peterson did.
Well, and we saw this when McCaffrey was in Carolina.
Yeah.
He got injury after injury after
Because
injury. That's why Carolina got rid of him.
They rode him like a beat horse.
But they didn't have anyone else.
The Niners do have other people to lean on.
Not
But-
really. It's like, Brandon Jennings was
they,
out.
They tried to lean
ill.
on Brandon. Brandon got hurt. Kittle. Kittle's playing not 100%.
No, he's got rib injury.
So I don't think they're talent-wise they're dangerous as hell. But the talent that's out there right now, it's not doing it because they're injured.
It can't keep up.
Yeah, I would almost like pump the brakes, man. Pump the brakes. Let them heal.
So do you think if they lose 3 more games, they should just be like, all right, let's.
Let's
Well, but
revisit
the
this.
division though is really weak right now. They got Seattle, who's inconsistent. They have the LA Rams.
But is it worth beating up a pretender?
Is it worth upsetting your whole fan base that you're not contending for division?
The 49ers are going to be there forever. They're just like Cowboys.
No, I'm just saying this year,
with
the division, because it's weak right now.
I don't know. I'd much rather see them dominate in a tough division than be mediocre in a weak division. Because I've always thought the 49ers would be a badass team. They're not right now.
They're not right now because of just injury.
Purdy's young enough, but if everyone just stays healthy.
What is your take on Purdy?
I like him. He's not bad. He has a chip on his shoulder. He's
Mr. Irrelevant.
He's an underdog. Mr. Irrelevant.
He will be an underdog for the rest of his career because he's Mr. Irrelevant.
I mean,
He's the last pick of the draft.
Well, so was Brady.
No,
Almost second.
Brady was 6th round.
Was he?
Yeah.
I'm pretty really.
Yeah, 6th
I
round.
guess I thought it was close. 6th round, last round, same thing. It is $250,000. $250,000. I like him. Do I think he's the 49ers quarterback for the future? He's athletic enough to make plays, and he's a good enough quarterback to make plays.
I think he got really lucky having McCaffrey, Brandon Ayuk.
Well, it's kind of showing
Debo,
not having your guys. You're kind of
Kittle. He got lucky putting him in that spot.
You got handed the cookie.
He got
Right now,
handed
he's not
the
dunking
keys
that
to the
cookie, no.
mansion. He was like, I love it here. And then shit started foreclosing on him with injuries. He's like, get a little tight in here.
He's like, my apps aren't working on my phone.
All right.
I like him, but I don't think he's the future. I don't think he's their quarterback for the future.
Okay.
But I'm not a GM.
All right. Start with keeping with the NFC West. Are the Seahawks back, or did Atlanta fool everyone thinking that they were good?
I think Atlanta fooled people.
That 51 points against the
Sun
last
shines
game.
on a dog's ass every once in a while.
It's your former boy, Kirk Cousins.
I never said he was my boy. He was
the Minnesota
He just
quarterback.
happened. Yeah, we overpaid for 4 years.
That's because Washington did the smart thing. He was
You're
like,
right.
bye.
Yeah, you're right. I haven't liked Kirk Cousins since he's been the Michigan State person.
Who you just picked in the last episode.
You're right, because it's knowledge. I'm going by knowledge and not my
Knowledge.
heart. Knowledge, not my heart. Are the Seahawks back? I don't think so. And I don't think Atlanta's as good as they pretended everyone. Or
So then
bamboozled.
this is the Niners division.
No, it's,
Because the Rams ain't doing anything.
This is the.
I mean,
the
I don't know.
Seahawks
Maybe
are gonna
Cooper
win the
Kupp
division.
coming back. Maybe Matthew Stafford will get this team going
I hope.
on a winning streak.
I hope, because I like Stafford.
Because that's all they. That's what they need. They
But
need a winning
I
streak.
think the Seahawks will win the division. I just don't think. I just don't think it's not
The
because the
Seahawks?
Seahawks.
Did you say the Seahawks would win the division?
I just don't think it's the Seahawks are like it's just a weak division right now.
They're going to win division at 7-8
Yes, probably. These teams are bad right now.
or 7-10 or whatever it is
That
now.
would be the most messed up stuff.
I know.
We're sub 500, but we win.
Yeah. Well, you remember the Steelers did that when we won the Super Bowl. They went in as a wild card at like 7-9.
Yeah, that's when they had
Big Ben,
Big Ben and
James Harrison,
that
Rome
was-
Bettis,
the bus. That's
out of the University of
uh,
Notre Dame.
that's the Steelers defense I remember. Troy Polamalu.
Troy Polamalu.
That defense was scary. I'm mad.
Oh my God! You ever see Pat McAfee when he was talking about when they were going to run a fake field goal, and Pat was the placeholder? He was like,
Troy.
"We are kicking it! We are kicking it!" And then he goes over to Chuck Pagano. He said, "What'd you see?" He's like, "What did I see? Fucking Troy Polamalu was in
Lining
the
up the
seat
seat
gap, and he's gonna blow that shit up." The Bengals.
Good.
The
Yes.
Bengals. 2
They-
wins in a row, baby. Come back. Head start.
What I don't like about that game is Deshaun Watson getting booed off the field
After the injury.
after the injury. I think that was kind of, even if you're not a fan, it's kind of fucked up.
It is.
As a
and-
human being, we should be better than that. Fans are not.
Yeah.
Even though he might have been a piece of shit, sorry, Deshaun, I still don't wish.
As a player.
As a player. That's terrible. He's never going to recover from his team booing him off.
No. And shout out to Myles Garrett for backing him up at the press conference.
Yeah.
Saying he's a model citizen. He doesn't deserve that. He goes down and works his ass off week in and week out. He might not have the production that you want as a fan on the field, but as a human being.
Yeah, exactly. It's like if us as Lions fans booed Aiden for breaking his leg.
Oh, yeah.
Like, that's terrible. And that's the only thing.
Yeah,
I
how
take
dare
away
you
from
go
that.
ahead and put 150% on a play.
That's why you guys are Browns fans, and that's why you guys are the fuck of this fucking league. You guys are pieces of shit for booing him off, no matter what he did for you.
Yeah,
guys.
lost a lot of respect for Brown
And
fans.
yeah, you guys are now the worms of the fucking. And it's terrible because that was like, man, are they really booing him off? Like that's, like he just blew.
Did you see the pop?
Yeah,
Did you
if
see
you
the
don't-
pop?
if you don't watch football and you watch different sport, what Kobe Bryant went through,
Oh.
blowing his ACL out and then making the free throw and walking off, same injury, but you get to watch the pop and the ripple,
Yeah.
and that's like,
Yeah, I'm gonna put it up right now. If you haven't seen it, I'm putting it up right now.
it's bad. It's not good, and you can also hear the pop on Aiden's leg. That's disgusting.
Yeah.
But
I'm not putting that on.
no, sorry, but no, I'm really disappointed in the Browns fans for that, and I hope somehow through Myles Garrett or another team leader they can fix that as players, because really Browns fans, as football fans we love the players.
Yeah, you know what I really love though? Amari Cooper, who just got traded from the Browns,
Yep.
made a comment. I was like, how dare you?
Yeah.
I was like, this is your team. Like, what are you thinking? Like,
Yeah, I don't. It's sickening. It makes me feel bad to be a human. That'd be
Right.
a fucking squirrel or something.
all right. Are you regaining confidence in the Bengals season and turning this thing around?
Yes, they now
I know they beat the
the
Browns.
Jets, Bengals.
Right. So they beat the Panthers and the Browns.
Yeah, they
So-
beat two.
The bottom of the
Bad
barrel
teams.
in the NFL.
But you can build confidence out there. You can
Right. That's what I was saying.
You
It's
can
like-
work out the kinks in your offense and defense. You can You can.
It was only 21 points against the Browns.
Like I'm gonna quote a movie.
If you could dodge a wrench.
The longest yard. Tune-up games.
Oh yeah, you need a tune-up game.
Tune-up game.
Yeah, we
Beat
paid.
someone like
We
Appalachian
would play
State.
Appalachian State. You know he didn't play for Michigan, man.
Then you play for Louisville. Man. That's why you guys are gonna lose to the Navy. You guys are gonna lose to people that sail ships in the middle of America. No, I think the Bengals have proved that they're not out. They're like, we can be there.
No.
We can be there. So I'm excited. I'm excited for that now because I like the quarterback. I can't remember his name.
Joe Burrow.
Yeah, Joey. I like
Joey B.
This is good news.
Yeah. So we both seen Jameis Winston and Dorian Thompson-Robinson play after Watson went down. Who would you rather see under center for the Browns following the Watson injury?
I would give Dorian a chance. Jameis
had the only touchdown.
He's already proved that what he's able to do, what he's capable of doing.
Mhm.
So you know what you have with that. You're the Browns. You need to figure something out. Let's let the young guy see what he can do, see what he can command. And if not, you have Jameis Winston.
Yeah, that's what I was leaning towards. Like, put the young guy in there. Like, your season's kind of like
It's
not
over.
going where you want it to go.
Yeah, you guys won't
You're not
win.
where you wanted to be at this point of the season. Let's figure out what you have in your roster. That way, if anything happens to DTR, you still have Jameis Winston.
Yeah, exactly.
Because I'm pretty sure you're paying Jameis Winston more than DTR.
Yep. That sounds good.
But yeah. Okay.
This is what I said was exciting about.
Yeah. Tua.
He's expected to practice this week.
Let's go, Tua.
I like Tua. I've always liked Tua, and I hope he when he comes back, if he practices, everything goes well. Picks last week. I was.
Hold on. We're still talking about the Dolphins.
Oh, my fault. I'm sorry. I thought we was giving Tua the high five and yeah, let's go.
No. Okay, so I don't know if you've seen anything about this game, but Tyreek Hill, no production this game.
Yeah, he hasn't done well this year.
Ever since Tua got injured, Tyreek Hill, Jalen Waddle, not to be heard of.
Well,
And not only know that because I had them on my fantasy team, and they are no longer on my team after Tua got injured.
well,
I had them for that 1 week, and I said,
who was Miami's backups? Exactly.
no idea.
Tua's got him on. And both Waddle and Hill are probably outrunning the other quarterback arms. They don't have the timing. They're having to either slow up to even do anything. And Tua's got a glass cannon for an arm. So if he's able to come back,
Made class.
brittle bones, brittle brain.
Okay.
He needs a pad on his helmet.
Yeah, get him one of those, what are they
On
called?
the
Guardian?
inside and outside.
The Guardian,
Yeah. You know
what-
what he needs?
What?
A Bubble Boy outfit. With just a free arm.
You're just going to Poontang! Punani!
But no, I think that's why they're struggling because
That's stupid.
their quarterback, who's got an amazing arm, isn't out there. So the timing's off.
Yeah.
You know, you're going like this and cutting on your route, and you're like, "Whoa, where's the ball? Oh, the ball's by my ankles."
The ball's already on the
The
ground.
ball- wow, but you're used to. Oh man, I might have to actually like stick an arm out. He's got a cannon. You know, so he might wear gloves. You know, he's
So
got an arm.
Miami's kind of like the Michigan.
Well, Michigan's been quoted a lot this episode. It's okay, guys. We're just Michigan fans.
I mean, Miami's got Devin Akane at running back.
Yeah. It's
Michigan's got Mullins. That's all you guys got.
true.
You say you have stars at receiver in Michigan. They got stars on Miami, but no one to throw to.
Half a star. You got some maniacal pillow fight. Get you up.
Yeah.
No, I think if Tua can return and be healthy, I think both Waddle and Hill will see a spike in their production.
Yeah.
Because
That's-
they'll have someone that can throw to you.
Yeah, that's expected. I mean, I just don't know with Tua coming back at this point of the season, is it too late? Especially in that division.
Yeah, it's
That division's tough.
a little too late, I think, to be irrelevant. but they could end the season on a good note and build from that.
They can build.
But
It's like it's evaluation time.
I don't think Waddle or Hill could be on Michigan and still catch a ball. So,
Let the running back throw it.
Maybe we'll give it to the top boy.
Are you even going to watch the Michigan Ohio State game?
Yes. I have to. And it's free on Saturdays.
All right. Let's get into the picks. Last week I went 9-4, not including Monday night's game because they are playing right now, actually. So what I'll do is put up my final score right up here, depending on what those outcomes are at the end of tonight. But I do have the Bucks and the Cards winning tonight.
There's two games?
There's 2 Monday nights, yep.
Oh, I didn't know.
Cardinals and Chargers, Buccaneers and Ravens.
Oh, Ravens and Chargers.
So you just went completely opposite of me.
And I really thought in the second one I was agreeing with you. But
Okay.
yes,
All right.
I think
Marvin Harrison's back, so that's why I picked Cardinals. Yeah, all right. All right. So let's get where are the picks?
Okay, for Thursday night's football game, it's Vikings versus Rams. You already know what I'm going with, my boy. Vikings, skull! Hopefully we can recover. Hopefully we can recover from a tough loss on Sunday. But it'd be a good game to see where we're at after a tough loss, what we can change. Because Rams are still the Rams. They're just not.
Yep.
They're hurt. They're a little beat up, but they're still a caliber team. So let's go with the first game on Sunday that I see is.
So I'm not going to get my pick?
No, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I didn't say I'm sorry.
Yeah, so with the Rams and Vikings, I'm actually going to go with the Rams here, getting Cooper Kupp back.
That's why I cut you.
Matthew Stafford, he knows how to pick apart defenses better than anyone in the NFL.
It is true.
I'm worried about the defensive side, though, and covering Justin Jefferson, covering Jordan Addison, whoever 83 was. He gave Detroit some problems. So that's what I'm worried about right now. I will give the edge to the Rams, just getting that energy, getting that offense back together. Kyron Williams is going to has to have a big game to accommodate the play action, the rollout, what Matthew Stafford does best. So I'm going to give that to the Rams this week.
Okay. Next game we got is Packers-Jags.
Jaguars showed me something.
Yeah,
in London during versus the New England game in London. The only problem I have, I don't know how they're going to be traveling back from London after being over there for 2 weeks.
Yeah, there could be some jet lag stuff going on.
Whatever it is, I know they're going to try to adjust to it. I just don't know while they're adjusting to it, throwing in practices in there. Getting that accommodation going. So I got to go with the Green Bay Packers.
Yeah, I'm going to go with the Packers, too. I said I was done rooting for the Jags. Even though they won, just kind of done with them.
Yeah.
Not that I dislike them, I'm just done with them this season. Next up, we got Cardinals versus the Dolphins.
Tua coming back? Possibly.
So
let's see how his practice goes.
It is just probable or possible he's coming back. It's not for sure.
He's coming off of IR.
Okay.
This is his first week eligible to come back off of IR. He's going to practice, see how it goes, see how he's feeling. I'm assuming if he's feeling even 75%, they're going to put him in just because they don't have the production without him. I'm still going to give it to the Cardinals.
If Tua comes back, I'm going to give it to the Dolphins. I think he will come back and try to prove something. If he's unavailable and doesn't play, Cardinals all the way.
Yeah, Devin Akane has to have a good game for the Dolphins, though. He's got to set up that running game and make the defense play honest, play true, not just blitz. And I want to see Tua come out of this game healthy.
Yeah.
He's got that first game after coming back from a concussion. The way that he's had him, the first game is the most important.
Yeah, he needs to be protected above all.
Yeah.
All football aside, too. Next up, we got Jets versus Patriots. This is going to be my last time going for the Jets if they don't win. You have no excuses now. You have a new coach.
I don't even know who the coach is.
Yeah, who cares? It's a new coach.
It's
You can hire me. It'll still be the same result. It's on you now, Aaron Rodgers. You have weapons. You have no excuse. You know, you are now basically the head coach and the quarterback, the offensive coordinator.
the general.
They've built this around you, so it's time for you to step up.
Yeah. I also have the Jets on this one.
If not, then you deserve to retire. Good game. Eagles versus the Bengals.
Ooh.
The Eagles or the Bengals?
I gotta think about this one for me.
Damn, that's tough. Damn, that is tough. Shoot. So it's either you go with Saquon that's been balling lately, or you go. You know what?
I'm gonna go Eagles.
I'm just about to say that. I'm going to go Eagles also.
Yeah.
I think
Just because of what you said, Saquon, Bengals run defense, it's not up to par to contain Saquon Barkley, and not to mention, the Eagles have their receiver core back with Devontae Smith, A.J. Brown, Dallas Goedert.
Yep.
It's too many weapons for
the Eagles aren't the
Cincinnati
Browns.
to take. Yeah.
Yeah. So a different caliber of team. We got Colts versus Texans. Anthony Richardson's back, correct?
Yes. He was going to come back this week.
I am gonna
Decided not to.
I'm gonna go with the Colts. I think he's gonna come back and try to prove something also. Especially after Texans just lost again.
Yeah.
I think
To a close game, though. That was a close game for the Packers.
Yeah, but
A field goal with 3 seconds left.
you lost to the Vikings. Only scored 7. You lost.
To a really good Vikings team. You lost to a really good Packers team.
Did you say that one more time?
To a really good Vikings team.
And a good Packers team.
Yeah.
But in the beginning of the season, they were the top dogs to beat.
Judging off of last year's run.
And that's
No one really saw them in action this year. They got contested against the Vikings. They got punched in the mouth. You got contested versus the Packers. It was a clean, good, tough football game. Packers edged it out at the end. So this is a good football team. That's why I'm going with the Texans.
Okay. I'm going Colts, Texans. I like that. Titans and Lions.
Lions, but you got to be careful. You can't sleep on an NFL team at all.
No. Even the Browns, you can't sleep on. You could, but yeah, you can't sleep on the Titans. The Titans they make plays still, and they try to compete. They're losing. So
yeah.
And you might have a big head after beating one of the top teams.
A little bit of a big win hangover.
So, hopefully, I think Dan will have them all reined in, and
that whole team is locked in.
Yeah. So
I saw that locker room.
I want to see who's going to fill Aiden's spot. I'm gonna hope him the best because
you know what? I'm really rooting for Josh Pascal.
This would be a good game for that person to get a big boost. Blitz him or fucking send him every time. Pretend that he's your Aiden. Make it talk him up. Get him in his mood. Get into him. All young cats, you get them all riled up and they start doing weird things. Get them riled up.
Yeah. I would go with Aleem McNeil, James Houston, Josh Pascal, like those three.
Multiple, just
Wingo from LSU, the rookie at LSU.
I would honestly. Who's their long-haired middle linebacker?
Alex Anzalone.
He can do it. He can put him on the line. He's big enough and mean enough.
Yeah.
AJ Hawk wannabe. Love you.
The Walmart version of Thor.
The Wish version of Thor. The funny thing is, Minnesota's got the same thing. Falcons versus Buccaneers.
Ooh.
Rematch, right? Yeah, there's a rematch, right? Falcons beat out the Buccaneers last game?
I don't remember.
I don't know.
This early in the season, playing them twice already, I don't know about it.
Yeah, I could be wrong. Just could be another.
I got the Buccaneers.
Yeah.
Kirk Cousins falls under pressure under big time games.
You know what? I'm gonna go with old Curdy boy. I don't like him, but I think,
Oh my God!
I don't like him, but I think he might pull this one
This
out.
whole week has been upside down with you. I'm rooting for Michigan State.
I'm
going for
flipping,
Kirk
man.
Cousins.
Look, I'm seeing clearly now. The rain is gone.
Ain't rained in 6 days.
Not here. It may rain somewhere else.
It's like it's 5 o'clock somewhere.
Florida.
What we got?
Saints and Chargers.
I'm not going for the Saints anymore. I think they were big frauds. I'm going with the Chargers.
Is Carr back or no?
Doesn't matter.
Okay, doesn't matter. Chargers. Bills Seahawks.
Josh, the Seahawks cannot run or contain a running mobile
No,
quarterback.
you're right. I'm gonna say the Bills because he runs up and down pretty
And
hard.
DK Metcalf's a little banged up.
Ooh.
Luckily, it's not a serious injury. Reports
Just-
coming out of Seattle. It's not serious. He was injured. He is banged up, but it's not serious.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Bills also. He's a beast. This is gonna be a surprising game. Bears versus Commanders. Bears are gonna get tested, and is Commanders quarterback come back?
Jayden, he's listed as questionable.
Questionable.
We're not going to know until probably Friday after
that's
the walkthrough
and
practice.
his replacement did pretty well, correct?
Marcus Mariota?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn. Shoot, that's tough. You know what? I'm going with
I don't
Commanders.
think it's tough at all.
You don't think so?
I don't think it's tough at all. I think it's Commanders all the way, no doubt.
I just think Bears are riding the high. I think they're starting to feel like the Urlacher
Bears-
Bears. They're a little
Bears are getting
spicy.
sent back down to earth.
Well, there we go.
Sunday.
I'm going Commanders too. I think I think it's gonna be closer than what I think. I think I'd like to see a good game out of it. Chiefs Raiders. Chiefs.
Unfortunately, the
I'm-
Chiefs.
Yeah. Unfortunately.
I like Patrick Mahomes. I like Travis Kelce. I like Isaac Pacheco. I like Andy Reid. I don't like a same team winning every week,
It's like the
every
Patriots.
year.
It's like the new Patriots when Tom Brady was there. That's what
It's like
feels
with every sport. Like nobody liked Jeff Gordon. Why? Because he won all the time.
Yep.
Nobody liked Jimmy Johnson.
Because he
Won.
won all the time.
Nobody liked Michael Jordan. Why? Because the Bulls won every year.
Well, it's debatable.
We still respected Michael Jordan, but we didn't like when we
Yeah.
team played against.
We
Chicago.
watched Michael Jordan and we're like, ooh.
Yeah, because he brought a whole other level back to the game.
Yeah.
He advanced the NBA into what it is now. But no, you just don't like seeing the same
Yeah,
team
they're-
and same people
They're
winning
like
every
the bad
time.
guys now. You want to see them dethroned.
Yes. Which is why people hate on Dallas ever since the 90s.
They've been relevant since the 90s. I mean,
Irrelevant.
Yeah, you're right. Wrong word.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
But they kind of been relevant because Jerry Jones doesn't go quietly.
Yeah.
But he just needs to shut up and just hire a GM to take over his responsibilities of that and just be an owner and sit back and just be in the booth. You get your 20 seconds of camera time per game, sitting up in the booth, and you just do your thing.
Yeah.
Just do your thing. Be the owner.
I would look at some of these teams that have rebuilt and be like, maybe I should do that. No, I'm going Chiefs.
Yeah, I'm going Chiefs.
Unfortunately, this is could be game of the week.
Game of the week. Put it up. Boom.
On low
Game of the week.
lights, not highlights. Low lights. We're doing Panthers and Broncos. They combined 100 yards passing. You never know.
Wait, who was it?
Panthers and Broncos.
Oh no.
That's why I said full of low lights, not highlights.
I don't know what they did. What the Broncos did to the Saints. I got Broncos.
I'm gonna take Broncos.
I'm gonna keep them.
But I'm gonna
They're
say
gonna stay in that role.
It's gonna. I don't think it's gonna be like a. Ooh, wow!
Ooh.
Look at all these highlights. No, it's gonna be like a.
It's gonna be like watching Iowa and.
It's like watching paint dry. That's what I think it's gonna be.
Actually, I can't even say that anymore.
Well, Iowa State, yeah, because Iowa State turned
Iowa,
around.
and Iowa put
And
a
Iowa
40.
too, yeah.
Iowa put a 40.
So, I mean, so it's like Michigan State.
No.
Terrible.
All right, what's the Monday night matchup?
We're still on Sunday still.
We're still on Sunday?
Cowboys 49ers. 49ers. Sorry, I said that weird. A little high pitch.
49ers.
I might throw up saying this, but I think the Cowboys.
Oh
are
my
winning.
God! I knew.
I
As
think-
soon as you said it, I knew you were going Cowboys.
And I hate the Cowboys.
I know you do.
But I just think 49ers too banged up. Okay. No, he's not coming back this week.
Hold on. He's coming
not-
back down to earth.
He's not coming
He's coming back.
Is McCaffrey coming back this week?
No. That's in November.
Cowboys. Well, it's almost November.
Almost. But
No,
it's not.
I think the Cowboys will win.
I'm going Niners. I'm going Niners.
And then for the Monday night matchup this week, we got Giants and Steelers.
Come on. Can't they flex like early in the year and not wait till week 12 to start flexing? Because this should not be the Monday night game. It shouldn't.
It should. Okay, I'm gonna put a contingency.
Okay, go ahead.
If they let Fields play,
Wait, who is it?
Steelers and Giants.
Steelers and Giants.
If they let Fields play, Steelers will win. If they put old ass in there,
Russell
Russell Wilson.
did good. Come on, don't hate on Russell.
They should not be taking Fields out for any reason. I understand your.
I understand what they did though. They thought, hey, we're doing really good with Justin Fields on there. He's not putting in production. Let's see what we can do with Russell Wilson. Because we got the defense to keep teams at bay.
True.
So they brought Russell in, and Russell, shaky start, was a little rusty,
Yeah,
but he turned it on.
Old Rusty Russell.
He turned it on.
He did well. I'm not saying. I just.
Got me thinking of like
I
family
just-
vacation.
I just don't think.
Rusty.
I just don't think like in the NFL you should be running two quarterbacks. You should have your guy.
Yeah.
And
Traditionally.
unless you're blowing the socks off a team, you shouldn't put anyone in. I think or Fields is still young enough. He needs all the experience he can get. But like I said,
This is Mike Tomlin,
I do get why they put
Yeah.
Russell Wilson in. He is makes $20 million a year still, or is it $10 million a year? So anyway, they've paid the man, so they're going to use the man. But maybe they should do some.
Fields also played.
And I did. I just
Yeah.
That's why Michigan's in such a fucking predicament.
You in Michigan.
Two quarterbacks. All of a sudden they win.
You have no quarterback. Quit saying you have two quarterbacks. You don't have a quarterback.
We've got three students.
you got three
students.
athletes.
I don't even know if I call them that anymore.
Uh.
Look, I can't throw a spiral, and I can make those passes.
You can't throw a spiral?
Not a tight one. It'll get there. It goes 40, 50 yards, but it's not tight.
I'm gonna say, well,
It's
then
like a Peyton
I can
Manning.
definitely do it because my spirals are tight.
Look, we get a football next time during the day. I'll show you my spiral.
Alright, so that's going to do it for this episode. If you haven't already, go ahead and like and subscribe to the channel. And go ahead and check out our Facebook page. The link for that will be in the description. Shout out to our sponsor, Drake Publishing. The link for his Facebook will also be down in the description. Let us know what your picks are, who your top 5 quarterbacks are. Stay tuned for next week where we're going to talk about all the big games. Michigan State. We got Notre Dame Navy.
That's the cube. Michigan State.
Oh, okay. I got you. And then tune in with everything that we just talked about tonight in next week's episode. So check us out. Like and subscribe. We love y'all. Good night. See you then.